here are this week's top stories. The Philippines saw the highest single-day increase in COVID-19 patients on Monday with almost 7,000 cases. As of 4 p.m. today, the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in the Philippines is at 153,660, with 71,405 recoveries and 2,442 deaths. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced Wednesday that they have approved the world's first COVID-19 vaccine, dubbed Sputnik 5. But the World Health Organization said it wants to review the vaccine's safety data. Malacanang said Thursday that the Philippines will participate in Phase 3 of the vaccine's clinical trials starting October. President Rodrigo Duterte may receive the vaccine in May 2021.
Mula Oktubre naman po hanggang Marso ng susunod na taon ay magkakaroon ng clinical trial phase 3. Simultaneous po yan sa Russia at sa Pilipinas. Sa Mayo 1, 2021 pa lamang na po pwedeng magpasaksak ng bakuna galing sa Russia ang ating presidente.
An official from PhilHealth said the Southern Philippines Medical Center in Davao City received the biggest amount of cash advances at 326 million pesos under PhilHealth's internal reimbursement mechanism for the treatment of COVID-19 patients. PhilHealth Legal Counsel Roberto Labe Jr. revealed this Tuesday at the Senate inquiry on the alleged anomalies in the agency. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said there is nothing irregular about the amount received by the hospital, adding that it is the biggest government hospital in the country, serving patients all over Mindanao. The PhilHealth Region 11 office denied allegations of favoritism or corruption in the IRM released to the SPMC on Thursday and maintained that all IRM releases in the Davao region are in accordance with existing rules and regulations. National Democratic Front of the Philippines peace consultant Randy Echanis was killed inside his home in Quezon City on Monday. Echanis' wife identified her husband on Monday evening and had him transferred to a funeral home when police arrived and seized his remains. The Quezon City Police District returned Echanis' remains to his family after 3 days upon confirmation of his identity. Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara on Thursday said the Task Force on Extrajudicial Killings will now proceed with its probe on Echanis' death. Pilipinas Shell Corporation announced Thursday that it is permanently shutting down its refinery operations in Davao, Batangas, as demand for oil plummeted after the government implemented lockdown restrictions to contain the spread of COVID-19. Israel and the United Arab Emirates agreed on Thursday to normalize ties in a landmark deal brokered by the United States. US President Donald Trump said leaders from both nations will sign the deal at the White House in roughly 3 weeks.
Well, today we usher in a new era of peace between Israel and the Arab world. I just came from an historic virtual conference between myself, President Donald Trump, and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Zayed of the United Arab Emirates. We announced the establishment of a full and formal peace between Israel and the UAE. It includes the mutual opening of embassies, direct flights, and many, many other bilateral agreements.
We've been working on this for a long time. It's been a labor of love for a lot of the people in this room. And a lot of them love Israel, and a lot of them love the Middle East, and they love the countries that we're talking about, like UAE. We are there for our friends, and we always will be there for our friends.
Palestine strongly rejected the deal, calling it a betrayal. They also announced they were withdrawing their ambassador from the Emirates and demanded an emergency Arab League meeting. 2 Philippine Football League clubs are set to return to the Asian Football Confederation, which resumes this September. United City FC and Kaya FC Iloilo's return was announced by the PFL on Thursday. The 2 PFL clubs have already played their first 3 group stage matches before AFC temporarily halted the competition because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Comedian Michael V recovers from COVID-19. He creates a piece of fan art as tribute to the superheroes of the pandemic. He announced on July 20 that he had tested positive for COVID-19. For more stories and updates, visit our website advocatesomi.com and check out our social media pages.